Hey, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Ozcris, here with some crossovers and events. There's quite a few of them going on between the big two, DC and Marvel, and here's three of them. Two of which are ongoing, and one has just ended. So we have part 2 in Drowned Earth with Justice League number 11. We have the finale of Death of the Inhumans with issue number 5, and we have Spider-geddon number 3. So we'll start off with the odd one out of the three, the DC one, Justice League, Drowned Earth. I've been enjoying what I've been reading so far of Drowned Earth. Over with Justice League Dark and Wonder Woman, I liked The Witching Hour. It was a great crossover and event. Enjoyed it, interesting. Constantly good within each issue. And so far with Drowned Earth, that's the same. So in this issue, the League is kind of split in two. So Wonder Woman saves Aquaman from the sea gods, and they decide to go to the graveyard of the gods, thinking they can get Poseidon's help. As Aquaman has lost his powers have now been taken by Black Manta. So he believes Poseidon can help give him new powers, or at least his old powers back, so he can help. While Superman and Flash meet up with Mera, and they decide to go find the tear of extinction, which was originally used to send the sea gods to their original grave. Also to the graveyard of the gods. So Manapul is doing the art for this issue. Definitely his best. A lot of these Justice League ones, Manapul does bring his best to the table. With Justice League, with No Justice, it was a kind of a mix. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it wasn't. So far with his Justice League issues, his art has been constantly good. I love the art in this issue. I love what is going on so far with Drowned Earth. So, like Black Manta has a one-up on Aquaman now. He has his powers. And he's like, oh well, I'm the new king. I'm the Ocean King now. As one of the sea gods commanders call him, he is now the Ocean King. Doesn't particularly help with his, fueling Black Manta's ego. Like he said in the previous one, it's just to Aquaman, you had all these powers and all you did was talk to fish. What the hell? and as always, it's been second part still consistently good. Got me interested, got me hooked. Love what I read. Definite recommend if you haven't been picking up Drowned Earth already. So another good issue by Snyder and by Manapul in this one, Justice League number 11. And on to a crossover or event that has already ended, Death of the Inhumans number 5. It ended this week, and I gotta say, this is disappointing. And it's a Kate's book, so this is kind of disappointing. So this issue, kind of the final fight. They've found out the truth about Vox. The numerous, Vox is just all of the Inhumans that were captured, turned into Vox to eliminate all of the Inhumans. So we got this final fight. There's a kind of slight emotional parts with it with Black Bolt. He knows that he has one final voice in him, and that's it. It could potentially kill him if he uses it, so he has to save it. And while I did like that, it was okay for the most part, but it was a very underwhelming end. It just kind of that was it. It honestly was. It was just okay, that was it. That's how you're gonna end it. And I had to double check. It's like maybe there's an issue number 6. Like no, this is the final issue. I was thinking, what the hell? That was it. That wasn't even really a conclusion. Like literally at the end, it's just like, okay, let's just go home. That pretty much what it is. It's just Medusa says, just take us away from this place, and it's like, okay, let's go home, and that was it. It's felt this very underwhelming, at least to me. This is a very underwhelming, anti-climactic end, and despite the fact I don't like when stories drag out, this probably would have done with an issue number 6 to kind of properly resolve things. As like the initial Vox, it seems to be at least, or it's implying there's one main Vox, like the first that they created, and they don't really do much about that. The story itself isn't properly resolved, so it just, like I said, it's anticlimactic. I don't know what happened. What's going on, Kate? Usually you're pretty good with these things, except for Doctor Strange. But yeah, this wasn't particularly a good end, in my opinion. I didn't like it. It was like it did start to falter as soon as it went past halfway. So, not good. Yeah, anticlimactic, underwhelming. Didn't particularly resolve anything. It just kind of just ended. So not good. But on a better note, Spider-geddon number 3. So I picked up the previous issues of Spider-geddon, and while I still maintain that my belief that this doesn't need to exist, a sequel to Spider-Verse doesn't need to exist, this is still a solid and good story. I've been liking each issue. I've liked most of the tie-ins except for the Spider-Gwen one. I'm not picking up any more of that, and that's pretty much it. It's an unnecessary good story and series. So in this issue, the two split Spider teams go off to recruit more members and plan how to deal with the Inheritors. So, Pierce for Spider-Man and Superior Spider-Man recruit my ever favorite Japanese Spider-Man, Takuya Yamashiro, while Miles recruits Spider-Man India. And his group, they're the ones that don't want to kill the Inheritors. They want them stopped, but they don't want to kill them. So with Miles' team, there's Spider-Ham. You have Spider-Man and Spinneret, Spider-Man and Petey, Spider and Silk, alongside the aforementioned Miles and Spider-Man India. While with Doc Ock's team, you have Spiders Man, Webslinger, Octavia, Otto, Spider-Punk, the Norman Osborn Spider-Man that was introduced in the Edge of Spider-geddon, I believe, and they do touch upon the tie-ins, as Otto mentions Kane's team from Spider-Force, and then earlier before Miles mentions, not earlier, earlier before Miles mentions sending mentions that May, Anya, and Annie are looking for intel on the Spider Totems, shown in Spider Girls. The only one they don't mention is Spider-Gwen, and for good reason. It really doesn't touch upon Spider-geddon at all. So, and then they both launched their attacks on the Inheritors. So, another good issue, good story, still not necessary. It doesn't really need to exist. Spider-Verse still does not need a sequel, but it's good. I like it. I've been liking it so far. So that's it for these issues. So Justice League number 11, good, pick it up. Death of the Inhumans, disappointing. Spider-geddon number 3, good. And that's it for the reviews. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.